Hey there, true crime friends. Have you seen this in the news today? Chad Daybell's home has been listed for sale. I have so many questions. First of all, it's a cute 4-bedroom ranch style home, 1.5 bathrooms over there in Rexburg, Idaho, Iowa. Over there on the western coast of the United States, out in the country someplace. And according to the listing, I'm reading directly from the listing, it says this home has lots of potential for you to be haunted. It says in all caps, there is a very tragic situation with this home. Please have your realtor investigate for you. In case your realtor has not let you know, let me put you up on game. First of all, hi, and welcome to my channel, House Hunters of Idaho, Iowa, over there in Rexburg. Chad seemed to be a very nice fellow, if you use the term nice loosely. He was married to Tammy. They had 4 or 5 kids. One of them was off on a mission, and they were living happily ever after. Little problem, little teeny problem. Chad had this mistress, and she had a real ticklish brain, and she got some unorthodox ideas, and the two of them together decided that they were more Mormon-y than you. Rexburg is a very, very Mormon community, which there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. To review, there are 3 levels of Mormon. First, your regular, nice Mormon people that just say hello to you, how you doing, help you cut your grass, regular friends and neighbors. We call them funeral potato Mormons, because our funeral potato Mormon friends, if somebody dies, they will bring you some delicious, delicious funeral potatoes. Then we have better than you Mormons. They are more Mormon-y than you. They do all the extra reading, all the extra study. They can quote to you from all the scriptures and everything like that. And they're nice enough people. They're just very, very clear that they're better than you, and they're doing all the extra study, and they're going to be ahead of you in line for heaven. Oh, you'll still get to heaven. They just going to go first. Just so you know, so you're clear. They're nice, but they get on our nerves. But we still like them well enough. Then there's zombie Mormons. Now look, as nice as they used to be, now the zombie Mormons, you got to pass through those other 2 layers first. The problem with our zombie Mormon friends is that they feel like Jesus told them that they could unfortunately unalive you and it's going to be okay, because they have decided that you're a zombie. It doesn't matter what you did. Like, if you parked in their parking spot, they're like, well, obviously you're a zombie, so I'm going to have to get this pew and do away with you. So we here at Gossip, Rumor, and Innuendo LLC do not officially appreciate the zombie Mormons. We don't like them. They are bad karma. They are bad juju. A lot of them end up in prison. Although, please be careful out there, y'all. Some of them have not. So anyway, Chad was a zombie Mormon. His wife, Tammy, very nice Tammy, she was a librarian down at the school. She was teaching the kids the Dewey Decimal System. She was helping out at lunchtime. Nobody wants that job. Even if you like children, you don't want to be on lunch duty. You just don't. No human wants that. But because children need to eat lunch and somebody needs to corral them, then you need some sainted person to go do that. And apparently, Miss Tammy volunteered. The level of sainthood. Do Mormons have saints? Because if they do, I think they need to make Tammy a saint. So anyway, Tammy is over there down by the school teaching the kids the Dewey Decimal System and getting everybody in line to have their pizza. And Chad was off at home writing fantasy novels and Oochie and the Coochie of this random trollop who moved to be closer to him. Oh, his random trollop girlfriend, the Lorie Daybell. She ultimately became his new wife. But first, she was just his side piece. She was also a zombie Mormon. Then the 2 of them got together. She's like, you know what I'm gonna do? My husband is a zombie and your wife is a zombie, so we have to unfortunately unalive both of them so me and you can be together. And she was like, okay, that sounds great. That sounds perfectly reasonable. So she got her brother to pew her. Look, the tubes of you won't let me say a whole bunch of things, and so I have to explain in like symbolic language. So anyway, Lorie Daybell got her brother to unfortunately unalive her husband. Now, keep in mind, that was like her 4th husband. She'd been through a lot of husbands, and quiet as it's kept. She unfortunately unalived a couple of the old husbands, but child, that's another story for another day. So anyway, she's like, hey, Chad, I know you look like a marshmallow, but you're the sexiest marshmallow around. When are you gonna unalive your wife? And he's like, right, I was talking to the Savior, and the Savior said we have to wait. And she was like, I have already gotten rid of my husband. I can tell that your wife is a zombie. Why is she still here? And he's like, okay, but first there's some more things you have to do. And she's like, I got rid of my husband. What you want from me? And he was like, right, but your kids are also in the way. And she was like, oh, I don't want to do it. But if the Lord is telling you to tell me that I need to unfortunately unalive my kids, well, then obviously I'm going to have no choice. And so the two of them worked together to scoot her children off this mortal coil. It was terrible, 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 terrible. And if that were not bad enough, they buried the kids on his property. Okay. And then she's like, I've done everything you asked me to do. Why is your wife still here? And he was like, okay, I'm trying hard to suffocate her, but she is hard to unalive. And she's like, try harder. I'm going to give you some of my goodness. And he was just like, okay, I see all your lady loves, and I want to motorboat you real, real bad. And so, according to the Lord, I can't motorboat unto you until, my wife is no longer on this mortal coil. So I'm gonna poison her and suffocate her and do whatever else. And so he unalived his wife. And then he was like, oh, this is terrible. My wife has passed away. Can somebody come and get this body out of here? Because, can we quick have a funeral real fast? Because I need to go motorboat a crazy lady on the other side of town. Please and thank you. And so for like a year or something, these two were just like, we are living happily ever after. We found love again. Oh, they went over to the regular church. They was all around all the funeral potato Mormons going, we're just regular funeral potato Mormons, just like you. I mean, we're a little bit better than you because we think we're going to be like first in the line to heaven, and we're going to help God decide who gets in and who does not get in. Spoiler alert, neither one of them is going to heaven. Anyway, so they were like, we are just living happily ever after off of all this nice life insurance money in Hawaii. And she was like, yes, my kids are missing, but they're safe and they're fine. Why do people keep asking questions? And then finally, the police were like, something about this is suspicious. We should go dig over there in that yard he has, because he has a real big backyard. And so the police started digging around, and they found her kids buried in his yard. And once they found her kids, it was like, oh, well, let's do some more investigating on the unfortunate unaliving of his wife. Oh, it was not natural causes. It was he wrestled her to the ground and put a pillow over his face. Nothing about that is natural. So Lorie went to jail, Chad went to jail, and Chad ran out of money real fast because you know what? That life insurance money doesn't go as far as it used to. So he was just like, John Pryor, lawyer of mine, I'm gonna sign this paperwork and you can have my house. And if you take my house's payment, then everything is going to be fine. John Pryor was like, great, thank you so much. Criminal defense attorneys are needed. My last client paid me in live chickens. And so to get a whole house, this is fantastic. So John Pryor now has the house up for sale. This is the question that I have for you. Okay. It's a it's a 4-bedroom house with 1.5 baths and corpses that were buried in the yard. Now listen, I am sure that the FBI or the DEA or whoever removes bodies has removed all the body parts and all the body juice out of the soil. May they rest. But who can you what they gonna do with that land? Here's the thing. The house has been on the market for 5 days and it already has an offer. What? The listing said the house had potential. Potential to give somebody nightmares? I suspect yes. What I think is gonna happen based on absolutely nothing, I'm just making this up sitting here in my living room. I think somebody's gonna buy it and bulldoze the house and tear everything down and just make it like a cornfield or whatever. This is what I need to know. Oh wait, it's Idaho, Iowa. They grow potatoes out there. Will the potatoes be haunted? I have questions. I'm asking for myself, will you get a haunted potato if you bury potatoes in the dirt where them bodies was? They also said they had a pet cemetery. That has to be quite common that people bury like their puppies and kitties and whatever in the ground. Does the grass grow taller over there? When my beloved pets cross the Rainbow Bridge, I'm going to show some common decency and cremate them and keep like a nice picture or a pillow or something of them. Although I guess it is a low-cost solution. You know I love to pinch a penny, but I'm not going to put none of my relatives and none of my pets in the backyard. Doesn't that also drive down your property values? I have questions. So look, we will stay on the real estate case of Chad Daybell's house. I kind of need to know what's going to happen here. Mostly because I'm nosy. There's no like journalistic reason or true crime reason. Mostly, I really, really enjoy being in other people's business. And so that is what I will continue to do. But listen, this is a holiday. It's June. Oh, it says right there on my calendar. It's July 3rd, 2024. Tomorrow is Independence Day. And everybody gets the day off to eat hot dogs and stuff like that. My lights just went out. Is this... Is that Lorie? Is that Tammy Daybell haunting me? Y'all, listen, I don't know what's going on over here, but I think Tammy Daybell is here in my house. I'm sorry, Tammy. I'm sorry. I didn't say nothing bad about your house or the haunted grounds or the haunted potatoes that might be growing that look. Let me just commence to shutting up. You know that is not where my gifts lie. But anyway, if you like this kind of ridiculousness, now during the holiday season, by the holiday season, I mean July 4th, where I need to go eat a hot dog and get some sunshine and maybe have a burger, something like that, we will be showing some old snapped episodes. But you know I have a second channel, right? It's called Confessions of a Neighborhood Gossip. I'm going to check out Confessions of a Neighborhood Gossip, and I may or may not be gossiping about some people I know. No actual names were used in my confessions, but you ain't heard none of that from me. Y'all have a great day, and I'll see you soon. Bye.